I was always known as the disciplined one. No parties, no trips, no expensive food or flashy clothes. Every morning I woke early, every night I went to bed late, working, saving, surviving. People said, you should enjoy your life. But I nodded with a smile and thought, they don't get it. One day I'll thank myself. And I believed it for years. I believed that one day when I had enough saved, I would breathe freely. I would travel. I would eat that dish I'd always avoided because of the price tag. I would live. But that one day never had a date. It was always later, and later never came. Then, one stormy evening, on a narrow road after a long shift, it happened. Headlights, brakes, screeching, then nothing. I woke up to white walls, the beep of machines, the cold ache in every bone. The doctor said I was lucky. The nurse said I was strong, but I didn't feel strong. I felt broken, not in body, but in soul. Because as I lay there staring at the ceiling, one thought kept whispering through my mind. What had I actually done with my life? Yes, I had money in the bank. Yes, I had security. But I had no memories, no wild stories, no remember that time moments. Just a routine. Work, save, sleep, repeat. My body ached, but my mind hurt more. I thought about the ocean I had never seen, the music festivals I skipped, the strangers I never met, the foods I never tasted, the sky I never looked at because I was always staring at spreadsheets or bills. I had been so scared of an uncertain future that I had wasted a very certain present. That night, as the hospital lights dimmed and silence fell, I made a quiet promise to myself. No more waiting. No more saving for a tomorrow that might never come. From now on, I live. The next few days passed slowly. I started to notice things I never had before. The warmth of soup, the kindness in a nurse's smile, the softness of morning sunlight on the window glass. Every simple thing felt like a miracle. When the doctor said, "You can go home," I smiled. But not because I was going back, because I knew I wasn't going back at all. I was going forward. I stepped out of the hospital. The sky looked different, not because it had changed, but because I had. Instead of going home, I went online and searched for places I'd always dreamed about. Not expensive places, just new ones. A coastal village with blue waters. A place I'd only seen in photos once and whispered, maybe someday. This time, someday became today. I booked the ticket. My hands trembled. It felt reckless, foolish even. But more than anything, it felt right. The airport was a whirlwind, people rushing, announcements echoing. For the first time, I was part of it, not as someone watching others live, but someone joining in. When the plane lifted off, I looked out the window. The city shrank below me. The clouds rose to greet me. I wasn't just flying, I was free. When I reached the town by the sea, everything felt alive. The air smelled of salt. Children played on the street corners. Strangers smiled without reason. I checked into a small room overlooking the ocean. It wasn't fancy, but it was perfect. That evening, I walked barefoot on the beach. The sand was cool, the waves gentle. The sun dipped low, painting the sky in pinks and golds I'd never bothered to notice before. And I stood there, not thinking about the cost or the time or the future. I was just there, alive, awake, finally living. The next morning, I said yes to a boat ride to a nearby island. I said yes to a stranger offering local food. I said yes to dancing in the rain. Shoes off, arms wide open, laughing like I hadn't in years. And in every yes, I found a piece of the person I had buried under caution and planning. On that island, I picked up a small, smooth stone. I held it in my palm and made a new promise. No more collecting coins. From now on, I collect moments. That night, an old woman at a cafe asked, "First time here?" I smiled and said, "Yes, but definitely not the last." She chuckled. "Good. Life is short. Don't waste it waiting." I raised my tea to her and whispered, "Not anymore." The day I left, I didn't feel sad, because it wasn't an end. It was a beginning. I took one last look at the sea, the sky, the life I had almost missed, and I walked away, not to return to who I was, but to become who I was always meant to be. Not a man who worked to live, but a man who finally chose to live.